Welcome back to Studio 814. Time now for 814 Your Health. Brad Beatty coming in today. Thank you so much. You are a nutritionist, personal trainer. You do a little bit of everything. Everything that's good and things that we need to after all of that candy. Of course, in space, you don't weigh anything, but on Earth, it's a different story. So thank you for helping us out. What are we making today?
So today we have a super easy recipe. So something you could make around Halloween or even give out. It's super easy, only about 5 main ingredients. And just like I said, easy. You literally just are mixing and refrigerating. So that's kind of the majority of the recipe.
Okay, so what are these called?
Yeah, so these are some pumpkin protein bites.
They look good.
So each serving, they can vary depending on the ingredients that you use, but in general, one serving of these is going to have roughly 300 calories and around like almost 20 grams of protein.
Okay, well, what do we put inside?
Yeah, so let's run through all the ingredients here. So first ingredient we have are some rolled oats. So rolled oats are just an awesome food. They have tons of fiber, some slow digesting carbohydrates, a small amount of protein, but the main ingredients here are the fiber and the slow digesting carbohydrates. So that's going to help you actually stay full, and the fiber is good for a multitude of things, keeping your blood sugar stable and keeping you full.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. And then ingredient 2, we just have a protein powder. This is one that can kind of vary depending on the protein powder that you use. I just have one of the standard protein powders here. It's Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. You can get it at any grocery store, Walmart, Martin's, basically anywhere. And this is where most of the protein is coming into play in the protein bites.
And it smells good. Is that vanilla or?
Yeah, vanilla. So
okay.
This is where you could add a little bit of variance depending on your preference. So I use the vanilla, but they have tons of different flavors that can kind of help make it more personalized to you.
Yeah.
So if you like chocolate or anything, that'll kind of, all those flavors are going to do well here. And the protein is also going to be a big factor in, play a big part in the fullness factor of these. So these are something that if you eat them, they're going to keep you super full. The protein, in addition to the fiber and the oats, is another part of that.
So a good snack, good pick-me-up, right?
Yeah, I think these are a great thing to do if you just need something in addition to a lunch to add a little bit of a protein. To say if you're having a salad, you can just add these as like a dessert type of thing. Get
I was going to
say.
Sometimes you crave something sweet.
Yeah, great to end a meal. And that brings us to the third ingredient, which is pumpkin. So obviously, time of year, pumpkin's a popular thing. You could utilize some of the pumpkin from maybe a pumpkin that you're carving this year, or you can just use a pumpkin puree like I have here.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get really caught up in just the seasonality of pumpkin, but there are some nutrient benefits to it. One of the main ones being just how high it is, like in the oatmeal, and fiber. And it also is having some good flavor here to these.
Yeah, so keeping everything pretty simple, whole foods, you know, pretty good.
Very basic.
Yeah.
Then we have fourth main ingredient, which is some almond butter. So almond butter loaded with healthy fats. Sometimes people hear the word fat and they get a little bit scared of that, but you don't want to be in this case. So almond butter has a lot of unsaturated fats. So these unsaturated fats are good for your heart. And once again, they are really good for helping to keep you feeling full. So almond butter is packed with those, and it's also going to be kind of the second main protein source in these. So in addition to some fats, it has a little bit of protein.
Yeah, very good.
So lots of factors that are going to keep you super full and just kind of like get you to your next meal pretty well.
And then adding some sweetness?
Yeah, and then we have where some of the sweetness and the flavors coming into play. So you have 2 main ingredients for this. One is a pumpkin pie spice. So this one, once again, really seasonal, good for the time of the year.
Yep.
It's going to give it a little bit more of that pumpkin flavor in addition to the pumpkin itself. And then the last one is the maple syrup. So maple syrup, not a whole lot of nutrient value there, but it's going to help add some good sweetness and really help make the other flavors pop.
Okay, so then you put it in a bowl and then you start mixing.
Yep, you're putting them all in a bowl. Super easy. You're just tossing them in the bowl. Mixing. I will say, be prepared for a little bit of a workout whenever you're mixing them. Yep, it'll probably take you around 10-15 minutes of solid mixing. But once you have it all in there, you're going to do some mixing, roll them up into some different, just whatever size you want. So I have them kind of varying here.
That's a long time.
You can probably have this whole thing done in under 30 minutes, I'd say.
We're going to have to bring your muscles in.
Yeah, bring the muscles. Yeah. But once you mix them, just toss them in the refrigerator, and they'll be good in about 10 minutes after they chill.
And how long do they stay good for?
You keep these for about a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about a week they would be fine. I would keep them in the refrigerator just to help them maintain their consistency and their
That is
texture.
good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Nice and sweet, but got that pumpkin flavor, very festive. Now, if anyone wants to find you, learn more about case-specific nutrition or Dorman Sports Performance, I know you provide some services there.
Yeah, so I do nutrition counseling, and then at the gym where my office is located, we also do a number of different fitness things. We have CrossFit, we have adult fitness classes, we have kid fitness classes. But if you want to reach out to me, you can find me at Case Specific Nutrition. You can do a Google search. You can find me on Facebook, or my phone number is 814-201-6170.
Very good. Brad, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks
These
for having
are
me.
delicious. You guys have to try these at home. An alternative to all that candy we're going to be eating this week. We are now going to check in with Mr. Joe Murgo to see what's going on outside. How's trick-or-treat night going to be?